Have you ever come across a crystal called the Stone of Ascension? Well, today we're diving deep into Pink Natrolite. It's this rare, really beautiful stone that's known as a super powerful tool for personal transformation. So, let's find out what that's all about.
So right off the bat, calling it the Stone of Ascension, that's a pretty big title, isn't it? It kind of makes you stop and think, what are we supposed to be ascending to? What does that even mean?
Okay, so here's the deal. Pink Natrolite is a type of zeolite crystal, and the big thing about it is its incredibly high energetic frequency, or its vibration. And in the world of spiritual practice, that high energy is really tied to three main things: spiritual awakening, healing the heart, and navigating those huge moments of personal change.
Now, one quick thing to clear up. You might hear people call this pink Larimar, but that's really just a nickname. It's super important to know they are not the same thing. Pink Natrolite is its own unique mineral, a sodium aluminum silicate to be exact, and it's valued for its very specific energetic qualities. The pink Larimar name just comes from the fact that, well, it kind of looks similar.
This brings us right to its first major theme, which is transformation. The whole idea here is that the crystal's physical shape and its energy can almost act like a roadmap for our own personal growth journey.
So, what does that look like in real life? Well, it's believed to be this incredibly supportive stone when you're going through massive changes. Like a huge career shift, moving across the country, or having some kind of personal breakthrough. The thinking is, it helps you move through all that uncertainty with a bit more clarity and a lot more optimism.
And this quote just nails the concept perfectly. If you actually look at how these crystals form, they often radiate outwards from a single point. It's this beautiful, powerful metaphor for our own lives, right? Expanding from our own core self and learning to trust the direction we're meant to grow in.
You can pretty much break this whole transformation idea down into 3 steps. First, it's said to help fire up your intuition. That little voice, that gut feeling. Then, once that intuition is a little sharper, you can navigate change with more confidence. And finally, those 2 things come together to help you find and, most importantly, trust your own unique path.
Of course, you can't really talk about growth without talking about healing. And that leads us to its next big role: healing the emotional heart. This is all about clearing out those deep-seated blockages and making space for real compassion.
And we're talking about the heavy stuff here. People often turn to Pink Natrolite to help soothe that really intense pain that comes with heartbreak, grief, and just deep, profound sorrow. It's thought of as this gentle but incredibly powerful support for working through those tough emotions.
And here's something really interesting: its specific connection to empaths. If you're someone who feels the emotions of others really deeply, this stone is thought to help you find balance. It helps keep you from getting totally overwhelmed, so you can turn that sensitivity into a source of genuine, healthy compassion for others and for yourself.
Okay, so we've covered the emotional body. Now let's zoom out to the spiritual. Pink Natrolite is seen as this high-frequency instrument that works on a bunch of different energetic levels, from your personal energy field, your aura, all the way to your body's energy centers, the chakras.
So what does that look like? Well, practitioners use it to clear out negative or stuck energy from a person's aura. And by doing that cleansing, the belief is that you create a much clearer channel to connect with higher consciousness, spirit guides, or whatever that means to you.
Now, when we talk about chakras, its main focus is definitely, without a doubt, the heart chakra. I mean, the pink color is kind of a dead giveaway, right? It's said to really activate this energy center, bringing in tranquility, self-love, and acceptance. The rest of its energy, about 30%, is focused on the higher chakras.
And this is where that energetic bridge idea is so cool. It's believed to forge this powerful link between the love and compassion of your heart chakra and the insight from your higher chakras, like the third eye for intuition, the crown for spiritual connection, and even the soul star chakra, which is just above your head and is tied to your soul's purpose.
Now, you'll sometimes hear people talk about physical benefits, like it being calming for the nervous system or even helping with pain relief. And it is really, really important to be clear here. These are spiritual beliefs. They are not backed by science, and this is absolutely never, ever a substitute for professional medical advice.
Okay, so with all that said, how do people actually work with this stone? Let's get into some of the practical ways its energy is used, especially when you start pairing it with other crystals.
Pairing crystals is a really common way to dial up specific energies. So, for instance, if you pair Pink Natrolite with Larimar, you're really focusing on deep peace and getting clarity from your intuition. With Amethyst, it's more about boosting that intuition and supporting the nervous system.
And then there's moldavite. Pairing it with that intense stone is for rapid spiritual awakening, but that's definitely a combo for more advanced practitioners.
And just so you have a clear picture in your mind, this stone is honestly gorgeous. It usually shows up in these delicate, fibrous sprays that just burst outwards, and the colors can be anything from a soft, gentle pink to a beautiful champagne hue.
So if we had to boil it all down, the true essence of pink natrolite really comes down to these three things. It's a high-vibration activator for your spirit. It's a gentle but powerful emotional healer. And it's an incredible tool for transformation.
And that really leaves us with one last thought to chew on. Whether you're all in on crystal energy or just curious, the story of Pink Natrolite brings up a pretty fascinating question. How can a physical object, something from the Earth, serve as such a perfect mirror for our own complex, messy, beautiful journey of inner growth?